All right, so today we're going to really dig deep into something super relevant, especially if you're in e-commerce here in Vietnam.
Yeah, we're talking AI, specifically how it's going to transform e-commerce in the next few years,
Yeah.
between 2025 and 2027.
We've got some really interesting reports and predictions we're going to break down for you.
Looking at the big trends, what they mean for your business, and some strategic things to start thinking about now.
I think everyone's feeling this kind of rapid acceleration with AI. It really does feel like a new industrial revolution or
It
something.
really does. I mean,
Huh.
think about how quickly tools like, ChatGPT and Gemini have become so widely available. The potential economic impact here is massive. We're talking trillions of dollars.
Trillions, yeah. So for everyone listening, the big question we want to explore with you today is how can you, as an e-commerce business, really prepare for this AI-powered future?
Then how can you capitalize on it to get ahead?
Exactly. So let's dive in. One of the big shifts we're seeing is this rise of what they're calling agentic AI. What exactly does that mean?
So, you know how we've been talking about automation for a while? Well, agentic AI takes that to a whole new level. These are systems that can actually plan, decide, and act on their own to achieve goals.
Okay, so they're not just doing what they're told, they're actually thinking for themselves in a way.
Exactly. It's like having a digital workforce. Deloitte predicts that by 2025, a quarter of companies using Gen AI will have deployed these AI agents, and then by 2027, it'll be half. Gartner's even listed it as a top strategic technology trend for next year.
Wow, that's fast. So what kind of work could these agents actually do?
Oh, all sorts. We're talking logistics, like managing inventory, tracking shipments, even optimizing delivery routes. Then there's HR stuff, like onboarding new employees, maybe even payroll and performance evaluations, IT support, like resetting passwords. And then think about things like customer support, sales, even healthcare. There's this huge potential across industries. They could even help simulate different business scenarios,
Yeah.
before you launch a new product.
It's a bit mind-blowing, really. But is there any risk to giving AI that much autonomy?
Yeah, there are definitely challenges. I mean, building truly autonomous systems is complex, and things can go wrong. There can be errors, unintended consequences, even security vulnerabilities. Forrester's actually predicting a pretty high failure rate for companies trying to build these advanced agents in-house.
That makes sense. It's a huge undertaking, but I guess the potential payoff could be enormous as well.
Yeah, that's done right. And it really changes how we think about work, right? It's not just about automating tasks anymore. It's about AI becoming our collaborators, almost like teammates. In some cases, they could even take over entire functions.
So we might need to start rethinking our own roles as well.
Absolutely. We'd be moving more towards strategic oversight, handling the exceptions
Yeah.
and dealing with the really complex stuff that AI can't handle yet.
Interesting. Okay, so that's agentic AI. Now let's talk about another big area, generative AI, which seems to be evolving at an incredible pace.
Oh yeah, Gen AI. It's moving so fast. The underlying AI models are constantly improving, becoming more accurate, better at reasoning, making fewer errors. We're all waiting to see what GPT-5 will be like.
Sure. What else is changing in the world of Gen AI?
One of the most exciting things is multimodal AI. That's where AI can process different types of data at the same time. So not just text, but also images, audio, video. It's like giving AI senses like we have.
Wow, that's really powerful. Any examples of that in action?
Yeah, we've got OpenAI's Sora, which is generating realistic videos from text descriptions. Google's been working on Gemini Live, which does something similar. And there's GPT-4o, which can handle both images and text. FPT Digital here in Vietnam is really focusing on this trend for 2025. It seems like that's where a lot of the innovation is going to be.
That makes sense. So with Gen AI able to do so much more, what does that mean for businesses and consumers?
Well, for one thing, it means we're going to see a huge explosion of AI-generated content. Marketing materials, product descriptions, even news articles and scripts, which means it's going to be harder to tell what's human created and what's AI generated.
So how do we address that? How do we know what to trust?
Trust and transparency are going to be so important. Businesses will need to be really clear about how they're using AI, and consumers will need to develop a critical eye. We're also going to need really strong verification processes to combat deepfakes and misinformation. Disinformation security is becoming a whole category in itself.
That's a bit scary, honestly. Like, what if we can't even trust what we see and hear anymore?
Yeah, it's a real concern. But remember, AI can also be used to detect deepfakes and verify information. It's a constant arms race, though. We're also seeing the rise of, These small language models or SLMs that are designed for specific tasks or industries. They're often more efficient and less expensive than the giant models.
So like a smaller, more focused AI.
Exactly. And then you've got conversational AI. It's moving beyond those simple chatbots we've all seen. Now they're more sophisticated. They can offer decision support, even in complex fields like law, medicine, and finance.
So AI is becoming more specialized.
Definitely. And then there's composite AI, which is combining different AI techniques to solve really complex problems. Think of it like, assembling a team of experts with different skills.
Okay, so we've got all these different types of AI emerging. What does this mean for building trust, especially as AI becomes more integrated into our lives?
It means ethical AI and explainable AI are absolutely crucial. People need to be able to understand how AI is making decisions, especially in areas like healthcare or finance. We're seeing the emergence of these AI governance platforms, which can help manage the legal and ethical considerations of AI.
So like a set of rules or guidelines for how to use AI responsibly?
Exactly. And Gartner's saying that using these platforms can lead to higher customer trust and help with regulatory compliance. We also need to focus on eliminating bias in AI algorithms. That means using diverse and representative data to train them.
Right, because if the data is biased, the AI will be biased too.
Exactly. And regulations like the EU AI Act are really pushing for this. Businesses will also need to figure out their own internal policies. What's considered fair use of AI tools by employees and what crosses the line into cheating. There's a lot to think about.
Yeah, it's a lot to wrap your head around. And then there's the whole issue of security. AI is playing a dual role there, isn't it?
It really is. On one hand, AI can be a huge asset for cybersecurity. It can detect anomalies, predict threats, even automate responses. We're seeing a big increase in the use of AI for IT operations. AI ops, they call it.
So AI is becoming the security guard, in a way.
In a way, yeah. But on the other hand, AI is also a tool that attackers can use. We're seeing more sophisticated malware powered by AI, AI-driven phishing attacks, and of course, deepfakes for impersonation. It's a constant arms race.
So how do we stay ahead in this arms race?
It takes constant investment in AI security tools. We need to keep updating our threat models because the attackers are constantly evolving their tactics. And we can't just rely on AI alone. Human expertise is still vital for overseeing these systems and dealing with those really novel attacks. It's a partnership.
It seems like overall the AI landscape is becoming incredibly diverse and specialized.
Absolutely. We're seeing AI systems designed for very specific industries, like medical diagnosis or legal risk assessment. They're much more accurate and make fewer errors than more general AI. Then there's Edge AI, which runs AI algorithms directly on devices like smartphones or sensors. That allows for real-time applications and can potentially improve data privacy.
And how does composite AI fit into all of this?
Composite AI is all about bringing different AI techniques together to solve complex, real-world problems. It's like having a team of specialists with different skills working together. The challenge for businesses is going to be integrating all these different AI tools and platforms. It's not going to be one single AI that does everything. It's going to be an ecosystem of specialized AI agents, edge devices, and composite solutions.
That sounds like a lot to manage.
It is. Businesses will need to carefully consider which platforms and vendors they partner with. Look for those that offer strong integration capabilities or robust APIs that allow you to connect different AI tools together.
So to bring this all back to our listener in Vietnam's e-commerce sector, what are the key takeaways? What should they be focusing on to succeed in this AI-powered future?
Okay, so first off, hyper-personalization. AI can analyze customer data at a level we've never seen before, which means you can create incredibly tailored experiences, product recommendations, even dynamic pricing. And GAI can help you create all that personalized content at scale. Imagine crafting unique messages and offers for each individual customer automatically.
That's impressive. What else?
Intelligent automation is going to be huge. We're talking AI agents and sophisticated chatbots handling customer service, maybe even automated call bots like VN Callbot. AI can manage your marketing campaigns, target ads, analyze social sentiment, even create content. And of course, automate a lot of those back office processes like order processing and fulfillment.
So streamline everything, make it more efficient.
Exactly. And speaking of efficiency, AI is going to completely revolutionize supply chains. Optimize inventory management, forecast demand, track shipments in real time, optimize routes, maybe even autonomously. AI, including computer vision, can automate warehouse processes like picking and packing. And it can even help make your supply chain more resilient by predicting disruptions.
That's incredible. What about security?
AI is going to be essential for building trust with customers, especially when it comes to security and fraud prevention. AI algorithms can detect fraudulent transactions in real time, and AI can help combat account takeover and identity fraud by using biometrics and behavioral analysis. There are some great examples here in Vietnam already, like Timex and KBTG. We're even going to see AI tools being used to protect against deepfake scams.
So AI is protecting us from AI, in a way.
In a way, yeah. And finally, think about business model innovation. AI can enable entirely new e-commerce models, things like predictive subscription services, AI-managed marketplaces, even automated personal shopping agents. Imagine having AI agents that offer specialized advice or create customized product configurations on the fly. The possibilities is huge.
So AI is not just about improving existing businesses, it's about creating entirely new opportunities.
Exactly. And the foundation for all of this is data. All these amazing AI applications rely on having a strong data infrastructure, a smart data collection strategy, and good data governance. If you want to compete in this AI-powered future, you need to get your data house in order.
That's really important. So to wrap this up, it seems like AI is presenting a truly transformative opportunity for e-commerce businesses.
Absolutely. But it's not something that's just going to happen to you. You need to be proactive, you need to invest strategically, and you need to be ready to adapt.
So for our listener, to leave you with a final thought to ponder.
As AI evolves and becomes more specialized, think about how you can leverage your unique understanding of the Vietnamese market and culture. How can you use AI to build truly exceptional customer experiences that stand out on a global scale? What unexpected partnerships or innovations might emerge from combining this cutting-edge technology with your local knowledge and insights?
That's a great question to end on. Thanks so much for sharing your expertise today.
It's been a pleasure. Really enjoyed this deep dive.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you on the next deep dive.